I am Karina from the Integrated Breeding Platform. Today, I'm presenting how to import germplasm lists from Excel files to the breeding management system. At some point, most breeders will want to import data from Excel spreadsheets into the breeding management system, or the BMS. Importing any data into the BMS requires that germplasm entries have unique germplasm identifiers, or GIDs. Assigning GIDs to germplasm, either by matching to an existing GID or by assigning a new GID, is central for data import. This tutorial covers the import of germplasm names and optional genealogy information into the BMS using the Import Germplasm tool. We won't be covering them today, but there are other import tools that are available. Use the Dataset Import tool to import trial and nursery data, and Manage Genotyping Data tool to import marker information. The BMS provides two germplasm templates, Basic and Advanced, to help you format your data for import. We are only going to discuss the more comprehensive Advanced template, which is useful even if you are entering a minimal amount of information. Let's review the Advanced template by opening it in Excel. The Advanced Germplasm Import template is located within each crop's example folder. However, there is nothing crop-specific about this template, so if you are breeding a crop not specifically supported by the Integrated Breeding Platform, you can choose any germplasm template. The Germplasm Import template, like all breeding management system compatible Excel files, consists of two worksheets. The description sheet contains the metadata about the file, such as the name, description, and date. Only name and description are mandatory. The observation sheet contains the germplasm specifics. Only 2 columns of data are mandatory. We are going to create our first import list by modifying the Advanced Germplasm template. This list will be an example of the most basic information needed to import a germplasm list. It doesn't matter where you save the file, as long as you find it again for import. I will save my file in the Maze tutorial folder on my desktop. We save our simple list as h2hchecklist.xls. We will name the list H2H checklist and describe it as a list of standard entries for use in H2H comparisons. H2H refers to head-to-head germplasm comparisons. List name and description are the only required fields. Keep in mind that the list name must be unique and must not already exist in the database. Next, we will add the germplasm information to the observation sheet. For this list, we will be adding minimal information, only entry number and designation. The entry column is a simple sequence of numbers, in this case, 1, 2, 3. Designation is simply the germplasm name, in this case, Pioneer, Cargill, and KSCO. Once the file is saved, the germplasm can be imported into the database. Begin germplasm import from within the List Manager or by launching Import Germplasm from the Workbench menu. Browse to the saved h2hchecklist.xls file and upload. Now we are able to review the entries that have been imported and establish the germplasm details. If a single breeding method applies to the entire list, you can choose a breeding method to describe the germplasm in the list. In this case, I will choose Unknown Derivative Method from the drop-down menu. Choose a location. A vast number of locations pre-populate the drop-down menu. Most of these are probably not relevant to your breeding program. Select Manage Locations to set favorite locations or add new locations. In this case, I want to select the location Simit Harare, which exists in the pre-populated list. Instead of scrolling through the entire list, I will narrow the selection by typing the first few letters of the location. The germplasm name type in this case is better described as a line name. Now we need to select pedigree options. This selection determines how GIDs are assigned to the list. The first option, Add all entries with new records connecting to existing sources, will assign new GIDs, but indicate pedigree relationships with matching germplasm. This option would be appropriate if the imported germplasm shares pedigrees with existing entries, but needs to be differentiated in some way. Perhaps seed bulking for the imported germplasm took place at a different location. I'm going to select the second option, Select existing germplasm whenever found, so that the BMS will attempt to match each of the imported entries with existing GIDs. This is a good option if you think any of the imported list entries might match existing entries. I am also going to ask the BMS to automatically select single matches whenever found. Otherwise, I will be asked to confirm every possible match manually. Now, I'll click Finish, review the list details, and save. The list now exists within the Breeding Management System database. The Maize Tutorial Female Parent List, MT2010FP.XLS, is pre-formatted and ready for import from the BMS file directory included in your installation. This list has more associated information than the previous example. It contains 93 entries with cross and source information. Let's import this from the List Manager. Remember, you can also access Import Germplasm from the menu under Information Management. I am selecting Browse to navigate to the list and upload. I will repeat the same germplasm details and pedigree options selected in the previous example. This time, the BMS finds an imported entry with 2 possible matches. I'm going to manually choose the second entry as the appropriate match. Once the Save button is selected, the list is now saved to the BMS database. The final list we are importing is the Maize Tutorial Male Parent List, MT2010MP.XLS. Like the Female Parent List, this list is pre-formatted and ready for import with 93 entries with cross and source information. Now, I am just going to repeat the steps taken previously, starting by browsing to the file and uploading, entering list details, selecting the pedigree options, and saving to the database. Let's confirm that our lists have really been added to the database. Open the List Manager and browse lists. The 3 newly imported lists are all there under Program List. When a list is highlighted in the File Browser pop-up window, the details are revealed in the List Manager. Positive GIDs indicate that imported germplasm were matched to the public database. Negative GIDs indicate that no match was found in the public database and that a new entry was made. Negative GIDs are unique to the Maze Tutorial Program database.